Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As Commodore of the Royal Southern Yacht Club, it's my pleasure to welcome you all to this briefing on the club's plans for celebrating the 175th anniversary in 2012. Today's Royal Southern is a vibrant mix of competitive and social interests, with 1,800 members across the age spectrum and 38 reciprocal clubs worldwide.
I'm here to tell you about how the club is proposing to celebrate its 175th birthday, both ashore and afloat, and particularly those signature sailing events that will mark out 2012. Before I talk about the club and its plans for 2012, I'd like to introduce the first group of sponsors and supporters and partners who will help us deliver. First, 3 companies who are supporting the complete 175 programme, and in some cases more. Gastra may be a new name to some of you, but this Dutch fashion company is making big waves with its sailing and lifestyle clothing collections and is a sponsor of many sailing events across the world, including Les Voiles de St. Bart, the Commodore Audi Mapfre and the Bold d'Or Mirabeau. Gastra has become the official technical clothing supplier to the Royal Southern Yacht Club, and I'm very happy to welcome Marlies van Cleef here this evening, one of the senior executives of the company. Piper Heidsieck Champagne began tickling the palates of European royalty in 1785 and is notable for its marketing panache. Piper is already well known in yachting circles, particularly at the London and Southampton International Boat Shows, and indeed it is the official champagne here at Cowes. Depending on whether you buy binoculars and telescopes or presents for your partner, you may know the Austrian company Swarovski as either the builder of arguably the finest high-precision optical equipment in the world, or the designers of high-fashion polished crystal gemstones. Dipping a toe into the yachting water, Swarovski will be supporting the club race programme going forward. With club members enjoying as many interests as they do, it is important to recognise those interests and mirror them. So we are bringing together events recognising the Royal Southern's place in and relationship with its local community in Hamble and beyond. A service of celebration in Hamble's beautiful Norman church, whose vicar incidentally is also the club's chaplain. An open day for the many class associations whose members sail with us on a regular basis, with local businesses which use the many facilities that we have to offer, and a photographic exhibition using the events of 2012 as the subject matter are just some of the shoreside elements of our year. While our ladies lunch with the Lord Lieutenant and bring Ascot to the Hamble, our old guard, the 175 oldest members by date of joining, will lunch in a royal palace, and the whole club will gather for a summer ball with a theme not altogether unrelated to our Victorian roots. Our youngest sailors will enjoy their own regatta, and our academy sailors, whose recent exploits in the ISAF Europeans in Poland have earned them a wildcard place in the ISAF Worlds in America, will be hosting international match racing in the Solent. And our motorboat division will host a major interclub competition and rally, while our cruising division will be staging a signature race and family fun day. All of these events are really the warp and weft of club life, but there are 4 events of particular note that will take us afloat. In late May and early June 2012, we will be organising the 175 anniversary regatta. 16 days of sailing competition that will bring together classes as diverse as IRC and Impalas, FAR 45s and Foxers, and Laser SB3s and XODs. While the inshore sailors chase each other around the Solent Cans, the offshore and cruising fleet will take part in the 50th edition of the Cowes Deauville race. And next year there's a different and additional challenge. For the first time, the clubs will be match racing in J80s, in the Solent in the days before the main race, and our French hosts will return the honours in J80s in the days after the Cowes Deauville raid. Later in June, the Royal Southern will be hosting the British Open 12-metre Championship, the first regatta of 4 collectively comprising the 12-metre British Tour, bringing modern America's Cup yachts to race as a fleet in the Solent. I'd like you to make a note of this date, Sunday the 16th of September 2012. I'm happy to announce that our anniversary year will see the inaugural running of a new open offshore race for monohulls to ports in Biscay, well researched by our independent meteorological guru and supported tangibly and intangibly with advice and guidance by the club's sailing, race management and cruising committees. Our partner clubs in this will be the Société des Regattes Rochelaise and the Société des Regattes de Brest. Both these clubs have immense experience in running racing, and both they and the host cities will be giving us full backing, for which we are most grateful. It will comprise a race of 3 legs, starting and finishing at the Solent and visiting La Rochelle and Brest, with a single race between Brest and the Solent for club class whitesail cruisers. Thereafter, it is hoped to run this event in every other year, possibly on other evolving courses, perhaps heading further south, and leave it as a tangible legacy to and for the club. I'm also extremely happy to announce that one of the club's honorary members, Samantha Davis, a recent Yachting Journalists Association Yachtsman of the Year and Blue Ocean sailor of immense experience, has agreed to become the official ambassador for Biscay 2012, and we welcome her very warmly to our team.
It's an offshore long distance race, but not going too far away from the coast either, so it's a perfect opportunity for people to use that as their first ever offshore long race. The race is going to be open to all kinds of boats, but what the Royal Southern Yacht Club have done is teamed up with Sunsail to offer the Sunsail racing fleet, the F40s, as charter boats for a very good deal. The price seems to be pretty good, and I think you sail them with a minimum of 6 crew on board, and they're going to be available for chartering. There's 40 boat fleets, so that could be a fantastic fleet sailing, and so it gives an opportunity for people who don't necessarily own a boat or sail in a crew normally to line up and try and do this race as their goal for the year.
You and I met last on a damp, soggy, grey dockside in Brest in May. You were completing there, I think, what became the last of your sponsor sailing weeks. Just give us an idea of how your plans are developing now that you're taking a small respite from the sea, and what your big targets are now.
It's just a short respite, I hope. I said, don't listen to me for the next 3 months, because I'll probably say I'll never sail again, but apparently that changes up later on.
Good.
But the plans are to still try and be on the start line of the Vendée Globe next year, at the end of next year. But with the current economic climate, it's not easy to find a budget, so that's what I'm concentrating on at the moment, is whilst I'm growing something, trying to raise the budget to be on the start line for Vendée. So I'm hoping that I might be able to hang out somewhere around the race course of the Biscay 2012 with a cool open 60 to wave and encourage the members along as they go past in the race.
Okay, at what cost, I hear you, Chorus? Well, the charter cost is still being refined, but it looks likely to come in at somewhere around the £5,000 mark, which, when you divide that between a crew of 6, the minimum for this race, and with the associated shoreside activities over 12 days, it becomes not only affordable but also very attractive. It's slightly less than £70 per head per day, and there isn't much you can get for that money these days, and have as much fun. We welcome Sunsail Racing as our technical and marketing partner for this new race, and as you may imagine, together we will be instituting cogent and logical pre-qualification and technical support for chartered F40s and safety cover across the fleet. Under the overall guidance of past Commodore and experienced sailor Tom Richardson, Principal Race Officer will be Jack Edwards, ably assisted by Philip Gage, Richard Salomon and Jackie McLean, and supplemented by PROs Patrick Morin and Henry Bacchini and others from our host clubs in La Rochelle and Brest, to comply with the guidelines of the Fédération Française de Voile.
Sunsail is delighted to partner with the Royal Southern Yacht Club to celebrate its 175th anniversary and to announce the launch of the inaugural Biscay 2012 race. I hope you'll agree that the new Biscay 2012 race and Sunsail Racing F40 fleet provide a fantastic opportunity for those seeking a new challenge on the water, encouraging young and old, new and existing members. This is a great partnership for Sunsail and the Royal Southern Yacht Club, and the new fleet of F40s are perfect boats for this challenging and exciting race. Over 950 nautical miles, the boats are developed from the Beneteau First 40 and drawn by the Far Yacht design. A thoroughbred racer cruiser, the F40 is a proven performer, winning the IRC division of the 2009 Rolex Sydney to Hobart race. Group Beneteau are a strategic partner of Sunsail and are perfectly positioned to support due to the geographical position of their HQ in France. Partnerships with Royal Southern are a perfect example of how we are using our product to provide a truly unique experience to help celebrate 175 years. We of course share a common goal, the encouragement of yacht sailing.
This, I stress, is a great opportunity to get afloat at the start of a truly great adventure. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is, roughly speaking, the programme for next year, and we hope that it will deliver a memorable 175th anniversary. Thank you.